Let's see if I can increase the graphics here. See if yeah, our frame rate still seems good. So I'm getting really close to being able to afford my ideal casting rod setup. I'm gonna be able to cast over probably around 200 feet with that. Right now I'm doing around 100, so that's gonna be a pretty big deal. So I think I'm just gonna put this rod through the paces, honestly. You can see the line is almost shot on it. But that's fine, because I'm just gonna go ahead and sell this rod probably after we cash in this next haul. I got 19 pounds of fish right now, so that might be enough as is, but we'll just see if we can fill up my basket a bit more. And oh, there's a fish following the lure. But he didn't take. So in the bottom right hand corner, that radial indicator thing there, this is minimum drag and this is maximum. So I was running this level 2 to try to preserve the durability on this rod. I mean, it takes a toll on the reel, the pole, and the line, especially when you're up in these territories here. So I've been managing to pull some quite large fish out of the water on level 3, but it is damaging my equipment slightly, but that's fine. Wow. That fish hooked on right as the lower hit the water. That's crazy. We pulled him in pretty easy. He's a smaller spotted bass. They get up to 1.9 pounds. I think I actually have 2 1.9ers in my fish keep right now. I actually caught them right in front of us there, over near that island. Like back to back, pretty much. So we pulled that guy in pretty easy. It's a pike. Look at the teeth on that thing. I thought maybe this spot right here would be a bust, but I think it's gonna pay off for us. Yeah, I think it's really gonna pay out. See that noise? This is a big one right here. He's putting a hurting on our line there. It's down 1%. To be fair, I've had this line for quite a while. It's been pretty good to me. That was probably not too good. I had a lot of slack in the line. He could have broke loose there. 1.6 sounds good to me. Well, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna cast over here again, that's for sure. I tried some night fishing and I didn't have much luck. I was even rocking 2 poles at once. Funny enough, like the one fish I caught that whole night was, it was like the worst cast ever. I mean, the lure was like literally dragging through the mud, and somehow I got a pike to bite. I discovered a new presentation method other than this twitching I'm doing here, and the stop and go, and just the straight or slow straight. I accidentally hit it off the bottom, like I said, and I did something like I lifted it up and it said something like lift and drop or something. I can't believe we caught a fish like that. I was just messing around. Wow. It's like whenever I start recording, I start going nuts. Usually this game can be you can run quite dry on fish. I'll see if I can do it again. But I lifted it off the bottom. Yeah, there, lift and drop. It's probably more so something you would do like straight down under your boat. I got it up to 2 bars there. We want 3, so I'm not sure what the got it to 3 there. Gotta try to figure out the pattern with it, the momentum. Maybe we'll try a little slower. It's pretty much right under us now. I don't know, maybe we do want it out of ways moving towards us. I'm pretty sure that's how you catch some really big bass. Like during midday, you go and find like a deep hole and do that, lift and drop, or it's like vertical jigging or something like that. But I always have the best luck with twitching or stop and go. I think I'm gonna switch to my float. This is a little more AFK while I take a swig here. I got it set to like 20 inches, I think. Yeah, you can see those panfish just jumping out of the water right there. This is like prime feeding time right now or something. They're probably going after like bugs and stuff that land on the surface of the water. So it'd probably be best to fly fish, but I haven't messed around with that yet. Well, honestly, I don't even know if it's in the game, but I would think it is. I don't know if twitching does anything in this game, if it helps or it hinders. But like, I see my dad doing this in real life. Just, once every minute or two, if he's not getting any bites, just try to get the fish's attention with a slight little movement, of the bait. You know what? I think I actually have minnows on the hook right now. So that'd be best for bass and like bigger fish. So like, these are like panfish, I think, so we're gonna go back to the lure. Yeah, this is much more my style. I like lure. I'm not quite sure what the difference is in terms of using like a jig and a spoon and like one of those fake grub worms. I think the bass like the spoon's the best, but I'm not sure. Either way, I seem to catch a lot with this narrow spoon that I got from a mission reward, I think. I got 3 of them, so that'll last a long time. In case I break my line and lose one, or you might be able to actually get your line stuck. Like I'll turn the kayak around and show you here in a second, but there's a bridge behind me here, and I thought for sure I had to cut my line because I did something real stupid, and I cast it like over the bridge, and it just got stuck up there. And there's a beaver. Whoa. He almost hit us. I can see he's putting some work in here. let's go see what other people are up to. Maybe see if anyone's got oh, this guy's AFK. Or wait. I think the hook is stuck in the trees, man. What the heck? This guy seems to be part of a lodge or a clan. It probably wouldn't be a clan, but like a group. And the group he's with are called the Lure Lords. His name is Hook Thief. I like that. Is this like a little... I thought maybe this was gonna be a little, like, channel. I know there's some down there. I think that house is new. Since the last time I played. Look at that. Holy smokes, this guy has 4 rods going. He's looking at me. I guess I'll say hi. Oops. Holy 4 rods. Maybe I should buy something like that someday and just AFK with 4 telefloats. Got an interesting spot over here. Let's, ooh. I bet there's some monsters hiding in the weeds here. I say we, turn away from the sun here and, try doing some pull-throughs near shore here with the old casting rod. Wow, I landed on shore. Let's try a little less. We'll do it like this then. There we go. We'll do some stop and go because something just hit my boat. We'll do some stop and go. As it takes a little longer for the lure to get reeled back in, so we have more dwell time in the water there on this short cast we're doing. In fact, I'll probably we'll just do like a shallow water pull here with lots of weeds right here in the lilies. do one. You can only manage one rod at a time. You can't have one hanging off the side while you're working with your primary. But the kayak just holds a sweet place in my heart. Well, oh, I see. I was on the higher speed setting for reeling, so that's why I wasn't. We want to reel in nice and slow, so let's try that again. Full power. Some stop and go. Raise the rod up in the air a little bit. Get it off the ground there. Seems this isn't an ideal time of the day for fish activity. So I think we'll go ahead and skip time, and it's nice because it'll show you like what times of day are the best activity. That's a pike. We're at 25 out of 55 pounds of fish. Well, we'll try one more pull and then see if we wanna come back at a better time of the day. Or we could try night fishing again. I did notice that you can buy like a little headlamp. It's like a little headband with a little light you can put on your head. I wonder what that would be like at night, or if it's just like a cosmetic thing. Oops. I had a nibble there, and I think I yanked it out of his mouth. I probably should have waited for him to grab onto it, you know. So we are getting hits here at least. But this is how it normally goes for me. I'll cast maybe 3 or 4 times, and then it takes that many times until I finally get a hit. But I've been getting pretty absurd. Something might have bumped into it there. Or maybe we hit it. Nice. Well, I guess it is. This place is kind of working out. Let's see if we can. I might turn the graphics back down so that at least the frame rate is I think the frame rate looks better. The lower graphics setting. next to this little mound, this little tiny. We're gonna kind of do this in a way where you only will be able to do a pull like this if you're on a kayak or a vessel. Well, depends on what the bottom, what the terrain looks like, but to determine whether I want to stop and go or twitch. With stop and go, it's a little slower, of course, so you gotta be careful of hitting the bottom, and I'm doing okay, so if we were to twitch, we'd probably be much higher near the surface. Nice. Cool. The stop and go is gonna work for us here. So it must be like kind of near shore where the water's shallower is where stop and go kind of fails at. Let's try twitching to see if that works here too. Do it a little slower. Well, I didn't even have time to do a full. Another 1.2, okay. Oh, I'm excited. Like I said earlier, this will be my last haul, and I should be able to buy my god rod, I'll call it. Usually you refer to a god item like that in Minecraft, like a god sword, a god helmet, a god spear, and it's like, you know, a piece of equipment that's completely maxed out to your liking. So I've never rented one here, so I don't know what the going price is, but well, I bought mine for $20,000, but whoa, that one slapped me in the face. Looks like we don't need to change the time. We're doing good here, guys. So throw out the telefloat whenever you need to AFK. Just throw the telefloat out. And this rod is telescopic. My dad has one. It's telescopic, so you can, I mean, the thing's 20 foot long, so that's a good thing, being telescopic. But you can, when you're fishing real close like this, you can just yank fish right out of the water with the leverage you get from this, you know, like that. That was actually an accident. My dad does that all the time when the fish are biting real good. He'll pull the pole out of the water and didn't even realize something was on it, or something bit it at the last second. That's a nice nice fish right there, let me tell you. Hooked him right up his nose. So that'll be easy to pull off. In real life, they swallow the dang hook all the time. I accidentally released it, but that's okay. Plenty more fish in the sea, right? I think I still get XP for it anyway. But I'm thinking it'll be a long time before I bother buying anything else. I'm gonna be having a field day once I get my ideal rod. Let's see if I can remember what it's called. I think I took a photo of it on my phone. It's a Featherlight 7-foot pole with a spinning reel, which those will let you cast out further because it's less friction, you know. But that reel is over 5K. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just get some real nice braid line for it. Well, let's see if we can just randomly pull out another fish again here. Nope. Yeah, like every time I went fishing with my pa, he would, something like that, crazy like that would happen. He would just be like, oh, the fish aren't really biting, you know. He had the rod, he had to float in the water for like 3 minutes, nothing. So he goes to pull it out, and sure enough, he hooks a fish at the last second. Okay, so we're gonna try twitching like we're gonna. You can see it's slowly coming to the surface. Ideally, we'll just be able to ease it in without having to do any fancy stuff to get it to sink back down, because I don't think we're gonna catch anything with it this high, you know. So, yeah, I think stop and go's the card to play here. If I could have it my way, I would probably twitch for half of it, the first half, and then the second half I would probably do a stop and go to keep it lower in the water. I don't know if you saw that big frame drop, but I think it's an internet thing. Maybe someone joining or something. This lure has like a triple prong barb on it. Reminds me of if you've ever seen that one episode of SpongeBob where there's a bunch of hooks, different kinds of hooks, you know, like the 3-prong and then the standard barbed hook, just hanging down right near the bottom of the ocean, because fishermen are trying to catch fish real deep, like out at sea, and it was kind of like they were getting abducted, because I think Patrick fell for the trick and he got hooked and got taken up to the surface. We're at 17 lines durability. This is definitely one of those games that it's real easy to, since it's free, it's real easy to just give it a shot and then play like 5 minutes of it and realize it takes a long time to hook something, And then I think that's how a lot of players probably quit. Yeah, I would definitely say lure fishing like this, you get more fish per hour than float fishing. I think float fishing is meant to be like more AFK in terms of the game mechanics. So that's probably why you don't get as many fish an hour. And this method is more, you're actually playing the game in the window, so. But I could see having like four float rods going on a stand. I could see how that you'd probably get a decent amount of fish an hour, but probably wouldn't really be AFK anymore because you'd be getting the hits constantly, I'm sure. Reeling a fish, and then while you're reeling it in, you already got a hit on 2 of your other rods. So that could get pretty intense at times, I bet. I like these a lot. The stripes are really cool. And not just the stripes, but the actual scales. Kinda looks like from this angle a piece of corn. A corn cob. This angle here. Well, I say screw it, let's just drag it on the bottom and see what happens. Lift and drop, it says. I got a 3 there for a second. 3 bar. I could see how in real life this would be a lot more challenging because you don't have a little diagram over there of like what's going on. You wouldn't know if you were dragging it on the bottom or really close to the. We got a fish at the bottom there, bottom feeder, I guess. I guess we'll mess around with that again. So we gotta take it. Another big frame drop there. So if we were like twitching or something, we could like, you know, use the frame to like, you know, hold it. But if we're just like, you know, chilling, then we could just be on the bottom anyway. Oh, I have no idea. Not sure. Well, I guess I could do it in a really archaic way. Like a really, caveman kind of way here. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to switch to my telefloat, but I'm hitting the F keys instead of the 2. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try. Alright, if I can remember how to even change my line, my leader, or whatever it's called. Maybe it's in the... This is like a tutorial thing, so I should know this. Oh my god, you can use catapults. Oh, it's probably just up and down. Left, right. Nope. Plus and minuses for the drag. Rail speed. Landing net. Didn't know that existed. Here we go. It is up and down, what the heck? Up. Maybe I need to have it like this. Oh man, I really don't remember. Well, I got bad news. I guess this level 3 is gonna tell me how it's done. Let's see. Maybe we do it while it's... No, that wouldn't make sense. God, the telefloat's 21 feet long and 3 inches. I thought it was just 20. Is this like a fixed leader? I guess. can't figure it out. I guess I could ask AI, but how do I adjust meter length in fishing planet? I'm pressing up and down arrows. I think I gotta press like a key. Oh. Alright then, I guess O and B. Well, this is gonna be like the longest. The guy's probably not even gonna be in here by the time I figure out the depth. Oh, and then I'm gonna have to convert it into feet. That's not even hitting the bottom. I guess we... I'm so dumb. How do you check the depth? You can use a bottom rod or a fish finder. Didn't realize they had that in the game. The map. Oh. Okay. Okay, so this will be useful. Kind of. Between 0 and 8 feet. That's all I know. I guess that's not very helpful. I guess it gives incentive to get a bottom rod or a fish finder. Well, that's my good deed for the day. Let me actually look, see how much. Okay, well, I better end the video. We'll just continue this on in the next part.